What up, my freaks? RuinousInsight here with part 60 of my Total Warhammer 3 modded Karl Franz campaign. So as we saw last time, though we searched in vain for a battle on the field, we did still have the Silver Seal battle remaining, so that's what we did, acquiring the last of the unique items for Karl, which is the Silver Seal, and it's an okay item. It's certainly not bad, but I'd say it's about on par, or at least roughly on par, with the blue item that he lost. A little bit more ward save, or even physical resistance or something, would not have been amiss, but it's not like Karl isn't already so incredibly powerful that he regularly gets in trouble. Anyway, now that we have that, we also have the nice little buff, so we're immune to attrition. We have that massive amount of control and casualty replenishment for the next few turns, which will be helpful as Karl is moving through chaos territories and does not yet have all of the reductions necessary to make him fully immune to chaos attrition, though he's getting pretty close already. We were gonna try to take the monolith of Bubonicus, or if Boris cannot take it himself. Otherwise, we could move to the monolith of Festerlong. It doesn't really matter what, as long as we take some stuff and give it to Boris and ensure his survival. First thing I want to do this episode, however, is something I've been meaning to do, and I hadn't noticed, was this. So, our long victory objectives have actually finally reached 70 out of 70 Occupy, Loot, and Raise. So now, the long victory objective is simply to acquire all of the lands of the Empire via vassalage or via military allies. And funnily enough, we can do military allies in about 5 seconds. So what we're going to do is head out to Electoral Machinations, and then we're going to take every single one of the Empire provinces and go military alliance, and military alliance, and military oh wow. And this is going to increase the costs, eh? It'll still probably be worth it. Yeah, you know what, we'll still spend it. Military alliance, and we'll save Hawkland for last, because I don't care about Hawkland. Military alliance, and then one more time, military alliance. And yeah, we could have done this over many turns, but whatever. And there we go. And just like that, military alliances are complete, and we have everything. So we should achieve long victory as soon as we end the turn. Isn't that beautiful? Granted, it took about 10,000 prestige, but considering the cost of a single adjutant, it isn't actually all that much. Or maybe it's just too much, the cost of the adjutants. I just want to double check, though. If we move a character like you... I was hoping that by moving a character, it would actually trigger a long victory, but we clearly have it now. Alrighty, you can move down here. Let's see what we want to do. Ooh, also, and there was a suggestion. I was thinking about what to name the warrior priest in the Reichsmarshal's army, because we have the Reichsmarshal and 2 Reichskaptains, and somebody suggested a Reichschaplain, and I am embarrassed that I did not think of that myself, but fantastic suggestion, really appreciate that one. Let's see, Reichschaplain Unberogen. There we go. Isn't that just wait. Oh, it's doing that thing again where it's not actually... Oh, there we go. Now it's changed. Reichschaplain. And beautiful. Now we just, Reichswizard? For the Battle Wizard. We still have to figure out what wizard we put into this army, but I'm still pretty... Or not this army. Oh, we got our first steam tank up and running. Into this army. It's probably going to be just like Karl's, and we're going to use the Allure of Life, especially now that we have the... Venerate Shalia, so we do have other reasons to use more of Lore of Life. We are, however, going to, let's say, take you, put you into March Stance. Let's take your 2 Demigryph Knights, and we're at 17 out of 20, so all we're missing is the last 2 Demigryph Knights, which are currently being constructed here at Karak Azor, so you can move down here. And then the wizard as we come back around. As soon as Kurt Helborg is ready to go, he's going to sail out and start attacking Nakari because, well, the elves need to be able to do stuff other than trying to constantly police the donut. I can't believe they haven't been able to destroy Nakari, damn. Though I do have a sneaking suspicion, at least based on past experiences with the game, that the AI is programmed to occasionally not kill other AIs on purpose, which is a little bit odd, but it is what it is. You... Ben Putkamer, I forgot why I built you. Oh, right, you're going to replace the wizard here. Yeah, alright. Let's send you out here then. Do we sail out anyway? Because we can cross the sea while we're immune to attrition, so I think we'll do that, regardless of the fact that you don't currently have a wizard, but, well, more don't need no wizard to put the dead back into their graves. Shiny boots and fresh recruits, please, and hey, campaign movement range for the army. Not so bad. We've also got a Skull Island on the way here, and I'm sure now that this is a spawn point for Skull Islands, because in my Krokgar campaign, and there's one in this exact location as well. Although I guess it's just an island spawn point, and they will spawn a random type of island, I assume. I'm actually going to keep an eye on this place to see if anything other than a Skull Island spawns in that particular location. I'd be curious to know if Skull Islands can only spawn in particular locations instead, as opposed to randomly anywhere. Though I don't see why they would have done it that way. Anyway, Gregor, you are also near an island, though you are not an army, or at least not a proper army. You can certainly grab one of these islands, loot the carcass, auto-resolve the fight, and take the money. And let's see if we got anything useful. We do want to send an army out to sea as well, and just because there's a lot of potentially really strong buffs to collect, though unfortunately we haven't gotten one this time. It's alright. Maybe even build Gregor's army to be a sort of pirate army thing. Also, Peter, you are ready. And you got your new wizard, and you are now good to go. So you're gonna march stance, you're gonna full speed stance, you're gonna sail out here, you're gonna pick up any islands that you can reach, and maybe go around to the Galleon's graveyard and start annoying the Dread Fleet there, though I don't think that you can take it. The fight for the Galleon's graveyard itself is quite difficult, as it does have strong defenders. And, well, then again, I probably shouldn't be underestimating Peter's army at this point. I feel like I should have learned my lesson by now. Anyway, you, Wolfram. We were gonna hedge you out to annoy Scarby. We could also go this way if we wanted to. This may be the best time to cross the river here. Though it might actually be better to just go by sea and then land at Stormhenge and then go by road. You know what? I kind of like that. Go by sea. Also, what's your wizard at? He is at level 14. Oh, maybe we should replace you as well. What were you again? You're a monster tracker. Oh, and you're not even a good traded one. All right. We can summon a wizard at Xandria, a new one. What do we have here? Discipline. Oh, well, isn't that just perfection? Well, I guess leadership doesn't actually apply to these guys, but it's still better than Monster Tracker. So yeah, I'm gonna go in. I'm loving all these wizard replacements that we're getting, and you should be on your Pegasus, not on your Warhorse, please. Well, actually, you in particular should be on your Imperial Griffin, but we'll get to that later. Also, we may as well just swap out... Oh my lord, you have Scribe, Student, Apprentice Wizard, and Hedge Wizard. Alright, that's 4. And we'll swap them out. I know this is a little bit of an annoyance, but it does have to be dealt with. Scribe, Student. Wait, do we have 2 students? Oh, yeah, we do. Gotta give the other one to somebody. Scribe, where are we? And then Apprentice Wizard and Hedge Wizard. Hedge and Prentice. Yes. Alright. And we'll probably give you some items at some point, though I'm not sure that we have any items that we could give you as opposed to a Lord. I'm still by and large saving most of our items for Lords at the current time. You... Yeah, I guess we'll delete you right away. I know it's only 4 levels, but I still think it's worth it. Disband, please, and then... You are going to go for Studious Pupil, Untapped Potential, Further Study, just like we did the other 2. Wait. There we go. Now it's good. Improved scrying techniques, more magic item drop chance, and then Vissen's Wild Form, Wild Heart, Flock of Doom, Pans, Impenetrable Pelt. We can keep to the spammable stuff like so. And then get Scouting maxed out as well. Perfect. Alrighty, you know what? While I'm on this wizard replacement kick, let's also, I guess, replace the Tech Thief here. Yeah, I've grown a little bit of attached to him, but he's 6 levels lower than he should be. On top of this, we do have another noble available, plus he's certifiable now, so... Alrighty, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna get a noble Amethyst Wizard. And we're gonna send him up there, and then we'll replace him afterwards. Alrighty, Imperial Pegasus, you actually don't need any kind of mount. Like so, and then you can sail out. and then we can get... Wait, no, don't go by land, go by sea. There you go. And then we can get you the same stuff. Ooh. Well, can we actually reach this? Let's find out. Is anything here useful on the map? When's the magic power reserve is for our own armies in province, actually? Which ain't so bad. Alright, let's go 1, 2, 3. Like so, and then improved scrying techniques. You are also going to need specialist, steel tech, and boost income. Those are the main things, especially since you're going to come back and boost once we've got all of our techs completed. Alrighty, perfect. And you can replace the other guy. Away you go. Now we're out of capacity for wizards, unless I'm mistaken. Yes, we are, but we got more and more on the way. Also, recruiter, do you have more space to recruit? Yes, indeed you do. So what we want to do with you is we want to more Hellblaster volley guns. I'm not 100% sure. Wow, 225. They're so freaking cheap. Yeah, I don't remember how many, so we're just going to recruit all of them. We also don't have any more capacity for steam tanks, but we're working on it. We really need some more tier 5 settlements before we do, and obviously we currently only have the one. And we're also going to build a new army around the Altdorf Company of Honor, with lots of halberdiers and some other fancy stuff, maybe some Luminarchs, though I was thinking about sending these out to Gelt, because he will still be the best Luminarch user. I'll think about it. I was also hoping to get him some known Ironsides. The problem is if we lose the Eldred's Guard right now, he doesn't have enough of a melee line to actually hold any enemies back. Oh, hence the combination of steam tanks and Ironsides, but with only 2 steam tanks, this is not enough. Well, we'll see. Alrighty, I think that's enough of some admin. Let's do a little battle, shall we? So last time I was going to attack Kolek, then I was going to attack Grimgor and decided on Grimgor, but Kolek decided to immediately declare war on us. That said, I think we destroy Grimgor here, and then send Mr. Van Blount here to reinforce. Now, do we need to fight this manually? What do we have here? Grimgor's got a few units, though I guess it depends on which units. Judging by this is probably Biggins. And his army is actually a little bit weak. You move here anyway. Is there any other army nearby? Man, we should probably take care of Clover Rag. Medium casualties, eh? Really don't think he has much of a chance here. I'm kind of tempted to skip this as an auto-resolve it, just so that we can march out and hit Kolek. Though the problem with that is it'll take 2 turns and we will have... we'll have to wait until we get the battle going. Ooh, I know where there's a battle.
Yes?
Boris, you're gonna land here, and you're gonna hit back Ice Bay next turn, mind you, but you'll be able to hit it, especially since for now you are immune to attrition. We'll also, however, give you your points, because if we're about to fight, we may as well fight well. Let's get you Blade Master. I mean, we do want We Are the Elite, but I guess that won't come into effect for a while. Ooh, and we want For the Cause. Actually, wait, do we want For the Cause in this one, or do we want the... Tend the War Horses? That's a question. You do have more Knights of the White Wolf than Wolfkin, but the armor would also benefit the Teutogan Guard. On the other hand, there's not that many of them in this army, and there probably never will be because it takes too long to get them on the field. I mean, we'll get 4 or 5 if we can. So, to answer my own question, I'm not sure whether the Warhorse buff or the infantry buff will be better. Melee defense when defending, we don't really care about this buff. This is just all straight buffs for the hero. Maybe we'll go Demigriff. Somebody to lead the cav around. And then the warrior priest can essentially stay with the infantry while the captain moves with the Knights of the White Wolf. And I feel like they'd follow somebody on a Demigriff. Maybe that's the way. Anyway, for now, let's go for hard to hit, and then we'll save the rest of the points after we take Foe Seeker. And then pick one of these. Alrighty, and then you, Warrior Priest. You have Hammer of Sigmar, you have just enough points to get Faith's Bastion. We'll have to ignore Replenish Troops right now, but we should over-level anyway because we have 2 points to gain over the next couple of fights. Assuming that they attack us, or 1 point if we have to attack them, but still. I think that'll be the way to go. And we should still be able to get replenished troops. Beautiful. Alrighty, you can also, well, I guess stay here. You want to channel a little bit? Go for it. You do have a wizard who is a level 16, I just realized. But he does have improved scrying techniques, so we'll leave him alone. Though we could replace them, but, you know, I think I've done enough of that. Alrighty, let's see. So you will have a battle available at the start of next turn. Is there anybody else that could have a battle other than Nud right now? He's already defeated Grimgor, and frankly this army is kind of weak. Which is why I'm thinking we just ignore it and go to the challenge stone. But let's see, Kurt, where are you, my friend? You're gonna head out to the Fell Cargo here. You can also attack or sack Troll Fjord if you wanted to. Sail to the wreck. This should be auto-resolvable. Oh, really? Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Alright, we gotta manually fight this real quick. I wasn't expecting that. It would be nice to have non-Ironsides in this army as well. And I'm just thinking, should we replace the cannons in this particular army? Considering we have these guys, and the Hawkland long rifles, it might actually be better to replace the cannons with Hellblasters. They still are gunny enough for this particular army. Anyway, start deployment, and I don't know, it doesn't really matter how we deploy, because the enemy has no chance. Let's put them up on this hill, I think, like so. You can be here, artillery, let's put you up on the hill behind them, like so. You can actually go closer to said artillery, you guys can go here. You guys can sort of sally out and annoy the enemy. You guys can be our main line, just like so. You guys protect from any flankers, though I hope the enemy won't be able to get to us. And is that it? Was there anybody else? Oh, right, the borderman. You can go directly behind these units right here. Everybody turn off your skirmish mode. And now I believe that's it. Alright, you group 1. You guys can be group 2. Probably should have separated you, but this is just to go as quick as we can. Ooh, maybe don't stand in the... no, fire on the zombie-powered gunnery mobs. In fact, you fire on the ranged units, and you fire on the ranged. There we go, back off a little bit. You start sniping the enemy lord. Guess we can sort of pseudo-cinematic this one. Not like it's going to be difficult. And the poor enemy army is going to be too slow to catch anybody. Just got to make sure that these guys don't get killed by the enemy range. Alright, very nice. Cannons are firing, knocking out a few of those zombie pirate deckhands mobs, though we do want to watch out for, well, we probably should actually retarget the cannons towards the depth guard, although once again I failed to see how the enemy is going to be able to achieve anything in this particular battle anyway. And hey, don't let that happen. How's this unit looking? Pretty ugly. Let's switch you to firing on this unit, and then let's switch you to firing on this unit. Lovely. Don't tell me you're gonna get caught by the depth guard, I swear. Skirmish mode. Also, I forgot that you have summoned units, so we should probably send those out. The depth guard are nearly here. Ooh, we could tell the Hawkland long rifles to target the enemy lord if we wanted to. Though once again, I'm not sure that there's any actual need. Ooh, Spirit Leech coming in. Depth guard are melting away, should probably retarget the rocket batteries. There we go, very nice, and everybody else is fine. Depth guard are done for. You know what, Hawkland long rifles? I was about to say target that, but honestly, you're fine. Just target whatever you please. I just kind of want to watch you fire. Don't even need to cast any magics here. And oh, one of the depth guard actually moved in on one of our units here. Well, too bad for them. And you maybe move away so that you don't get damaged. We'll heal to full anyway, which is why I'm not really concerned about any casualties. We have so much replenishment right now. Oh, cannons, come on. Do you really have to fire on that? Yeah, you don't have any other targets. You gotta fire on the depth guard unit that's fighting another one of our units. Alrighty, well, down go the depth guard either way, and I believe the battle is ours. I will never get tired of watching the Hellstorm rocket batteries. Definitely top tier entertainment value from watching that artillery piece fire. I'm actually surprised that the Chaos Dwarfs don't have some like crazy nonsense that's equivalent to the Queen Bess. I feel like if anybody could build some crazy nonsense like that, it would be the Chaos Dwarfs. And yeah, I know, Dreadquake mortars and trains and stuff, but are they really Queen Bess level? I'm pretty sure Queen Bess could outdamage them, and that's why it's a unique unit in general. Anyway, that little battle is done. We will, I think, then auto-resolve the Grimgor fight and then head to fight Kolek and the massive defending number of enemies at the Norscan coast. We also have to think about who we want to transfer Norska to, because it's red territory, and frankly, I don't feel like bothering with holding it, so I'd rather give it to one of our allies, one of our Kislevite allies, most likely. We could just split it in half between the main Kislev faction and between the Orthodoxy, if we keep the Orthodoxy around rather than killing them for Erengrad. Though at this point, once again, I do kind of want access to more of their units. Let us take part in captives here, not that it matters. You're going to get, let's say, another apprentice wizard. Yeah, more XP, come on, give us materials at sea, or one of the other good buffs. And oh, you're now out of the friendly waters. Go back to Albion Channel, then. Like so. So at least you can heal here. And heal up to nearly full. And here I thought you'd be nice and full. Anyway, Gavin's also going to be good, and at this point we're probably just going to give Gavin a little bit of a retool. He was a temporary army, but now I'm kind of attached to him, so we're gonna keep him. Still a lot of handgunners, but he will deserve his own wizard and some of his own heroes, but we can do that later. Anyway, let's see what else we have to do this turn, because I'd like to end it and head out to the proper big fights. Leopold, you can march stance here, so that we can auto-resolve here with Nud. Assuming that nobody dies, of course. Alright, Tegor Drurok, and... oh, right, the Griffin Banner. I still might swap this to another Lord, I'll think about it. Probably could have applied to strengthen the auto-resolve capabilities, but not like it matters. And we will occupy the place. Gorgeruk, a fireball-bound... hey, a coachman. Nice. Got a hammer, and oh, there it is, we just had to... huh. Wait, so that didn't complete after we manually fought the battle, but it did complete after we auto-resolved a battle? Huh. It's kind of bizarre. That's what I was trying to achieve by moving a unit and saying this. But anyway, a long victory is here, just like that. We have a diplomatic relations increase by 25 with all factions, which is fantastic. And campaign movement to in our own territories by another 25% as well. Between the roads and this, our own empire will be like the Chaos Dwarfs and their trains, because we'll be able to move through our own stuff so fast. Also, Nud will recover to full very quickly. Though I suppose if Kolek doesn't move, we could always take care of Grag, and then have Leopold hold that, rather than one of these territories. Though if Kolek moves out here, we'll obviously hunt him down. Anyway, let's do whatever else we have remaining in this turn, then let's get that Ulrikite army debut, shall we? Or Boris debut. And let's see. Rizard, you don't need to move. Gotrek, you will be gone in what, 3 turns? 6 turns? Balthi. Yes. Dragonhorn Mines in Ekrund. Well, I do have to wonder whether Ekrund is auto-resolvable. Guess we'll find out in a second. I don't see any enemies guarding it, so it's not like that matters. Oh, you're heading towards... I was about to say Galbaraz, but apparently not so much. Alrighty, and this is indeed auto-resolvable, because frankly the defenders don't have much of a chance here, but I am curious, is there any full stacks nearby? No, it doesn't look like it, which means we're ready to fight. Take Ekrund. Yeah, it's fine. Once again, we can take advantage of the 25% casualty replenishment. We could loot and occupy it, but I'd rather trade it to our allies. Hey, another student. And another smuggler. More trade income. What's our trade income at? 43. Still not as much as the Skaven, funnily enough, in my Ikit campaign, who have over 50k from trade. It's kind of shocking how trade-centric the Skaven faction is. Especially compared to the Empire. You'd think, eh? Alrighty, anyway, let's see. Aldebras Meyer, you have to trade some stuff, so let's move you out. Just make sure to stay in our own territory. You should still heal up. And then Luther Grauber, I guess you can follow him, or you could stay with Wolfram and attack together. Yeah, you know, let's do that. And I gotta remember to take away your stuff, because we're not gonna keep you. Because I don't like aggressive in what you have here. I guess you could land first, but I'd really like these two to land at the same time, so let's just wait on it. Alrighty, that looks good to me. Surgov, you can move out next turn. Let's see who else can move this time. Marcus Wolfhart, you cannot move. You're waiting to see what Morathi does. Although if she doesn't move, then we'll simply attack her ourselves next turn once we're at full HP. Alright, Marcus, you're good. Kurt Lehman, you are staying where you are. Bernard Hart, what I want you to do, let me just see here. Oh wow, 4 turns. I wanted those 2 war wagons for Marcus to replenish his ammunition, but yeah, that's not gonna fly. Alright, let's, we'll have to manually build these. I don't want to just stand there for so many turns with this lord, although I suppose these guys are sort of standing here. I guess the only problem is there's somebody already globally recruiting here. And 1 war wagon just isn't enough. Let's just wait. We might be able to do it manually if we take Pahwags, for example, and it has a gunsmith, maybe. Maybe the Riperdactyl hatchery turns into a gunsmith, who knows? Alrighty, Gavin, as I said, you're staying here for a turn. Yeah. Did I skip somebody? I don't think so. Gregory, you're staying where you are. Okay, you're fine. Gavin, you're good. Jimothius, you are supposed to be deleted, but I kind of don't want to get rid of a high-ranking mortar. Just stay here until I figure out what to do with you, bud. You can also go into regular stance. So yeah. Alrighty. Heinz Weber. No. Every time. Weigel, you have to continue defending here. Emil. Yeah, you're kind of in the same situation until we figure out what exactly the Bloodhall Coven does. Maternus Citizen, yes. You, actually, I believe, do have to move out, do you not? You were supposed to go right here. Your new army is nearly complete. Let's move you out. You know what I want to check? Do we yet, or do we finally have access to Iron Drakes? Yeah, still no. Turn 80, dwarfs. Turn 80, and you still don't have access to Iron Drakes. I'm not asking for Iron Breakers here, just Iron Drakes. They're a lot faster to access. Well, whatever. And, this guy appears to be stuck in March stance. I wonder why. Alright, that's fine. We can recruit more... No, we can't recruit them here. Alright, wait. We can recruit these guys somewhere.
Well thought out.
Wait, can we recruit war wagons here? Yes, we can. Alrighty. Well, let's get a couple mortar war wagons and at least a couple regular war wagons. And we'll see. We're gonna have to do a count of what else we want in this army. This is the mobile army, so just all pistoliers and war wagons. Probably we'll want at least a few more pistoliers and outriders at some point. But anyway, let's not waste too much time on that. Marcus, we've checked you. Trying to find the spot. I do wish I had kept the spot that you were at, because when the administration sort of balloons with bigger empires, it's a lot easier to get lost as to where you were doing stuff. Tech thief. Well, you can tech, or you can thief some tech at least a couple more times before you're, I was about to say before you're replaced. Oh, that's actually annoying. That's actually really annoying, because now we can't delete you until you're unwounded. For 6 turns. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Damn it, Tech Thief, are you always causing problems? Can we actually delete you from here? No. We cannot. Well, that's quite dumb. He just... that one last screw you from Tech Thief. I do kind of find it funny, but... it's a laugh of annoyance. Anyway, Ralph. And you 3, you are heading out to our other new army, our artillery army. You will need to be there, and I may want to get another one of you at some point. Hey, if I can click you. Alright. Do we have another one available? Witch Hunters? No, not yet. And it's not like we have an Imperial calibration or artillery calibration here anyway. Anyway, that's all the moves. So, last things. Build stuff, then end the turn, and then head out. Also, we were going for the Runefang Pact, and we might as well continue that, unless there's something really useful here. I do like the miscast chance reduction, but it doesn't really do much for us. Purge of the Ruinous Breeds. How dare you? Those are my favorite breeds. I guess we are fighting a lot of Chaos and Norska right now, so maybe we do this. This is probably the best time to benefit from it. Plus it'll spend 10k that we won't have to look for buildings to build with. Alright, let's do that, and then we'll go back to the Runefang Pact afterwards. We're also fighting Greenskins quite a bit, and Lizardmen. Could have actually used that earlier, but once again, 10k. Quite a bit, isn't it? I'll get to the Runefang Pact one day, I swear. Alrighty, back to building, and then the Ulrikite debut, unless we get attacked somewhere. You, Tavern, money, growth, and do we need defenses at Argalis? Maybe. You know what, build them for now, at least while the orcs are alive, but once the orcs are gone, we will probably replace all that, as we will no longer be needing it. Build money here. Blackwater, let's upgrade Zufbar to the next tier, lovely. Southern Sylvania, you do not need to build a temple right now. And we have to... I don't remember what I was going to build here. We could go for the gunsmith, so that when it's tier 5... Yeah, it's probably the best thing to do, isn't it? So that when we have tier 5, we can just get another steam tank capacity. Yeah, alright, steam tank capacity is. And you know what? Just so that I don't keep checking this every single turn, build the Temple of Sigmar, screw it. Alright, Lucchini, you're up next, Rifarafa. You're gonna be built, so let's get money here. Let's get defenses at Lucchini, because it's a coastal territory, and they're liable to get attacked. You're gonna go Taylor's Guild. Growth, you are not in need of a... of anything else. Yeah, you're fine. Alright, Solon Steingart, let's build you up. And I'm tempted to just turn this into an outright all-military province and just delete the Tailors Guilds and stuff there, but I'll think about it. We don't need those everywhere. It's not like our money's that problematic right now. We may need walls here, but not for now. And I say may mostly because well, when the endgame scenario comes around, we'll have to see. You... Spice market or clothier or defenses? Well, you know what, let's start with the defenses. Regardless, we don't want to lose the Kofar Harbor. Annoying, but it is what it is. Wizard Caliph's Palace, let's level you up. Do you need defenses? You may, but for now let's go for paved roads. Next up, Baston, and let's upgrade you to the next tier. We got 10k money remaining, so we won't be able to reach... Oh my lord, we have a lot of stuff. Alright. Empire is certainly going to endure with this number of provinces. And let's upgrade the town here at Saber Mountain, I guess. Ooh, wait. Blizzard Peak or Ice Spewer? Which one's less likely to get attacked? Probably Ice Spewer. I mean, it's gonna take 10 turns to upgrade it, so... Ah, Mortalo. Gotta get to that Menan's Dry Docks as soon as we can. And the wine market is not upgradable. Oh, it is upgradable, minus the fact that... Not minus the fact at all. There we go. Alrighty, that's done. One last thing, Diplo check, especially with the positive relationship we just gained with everybody. And I'm thinking maybe we just... Oh, defensive alliance with Torgavon. Defensive alliance with Talaqua. Also, There's one problem with the Talaqua alliance. They probably will not like Thorek. And we do like Thorek. Ooh, Urson Revivalists. I think it's time. I think it's time to get real friendly with you. Alright, Urson Revivalists, we're gonna start with you. Defensive alliance, yes. No, don't join anybody, don't join any wars, just survive, man. Just survive. I love you, Boris. Torgavon. What's the likelihood that they attack Visenland? Well, I guess it's a defensive agreement and not a, not any other kind. Not like they hate them or anything. And they are at war with the Dread Fleet and with Clan Molder. I wonder if we could get them to join another war just so that... they don't get any ideas. How about... Grimgor? Yeah, alright, they'll do Grimgor. And how about also Warhost of the Apoc... Oh, wow, okay, no. Somebody's afraid of Archaon. Ecstatic Legions? Oh, alright, Ecstatic Legions are quite strong. What about Wintertooth? You know what, I'd rather replace Grimgor with Wintertooth. Because Wintertooth's gonna be alive longer. Ah, no, that didn't work. Alrighty, screw it. No Wintertooth. Yes, Grimgor. What about Seducers of Slaanesh? Not really, unless... No, not really. Would have been nice to just do both Slaneshi things at once. You heard me. Grimgorard boys, attack.
If you wish.
Well, attack. Do the thing. Do the roar. Alright, we'll leave Telaqua for now, and ooh, Exiles of the Heck are ready for a military alliance, though, and there's no current need. Hopefully they survive. It does look like we'll have to kill the Heralds of Ariel in order to bail them out, or at the very least, maybe we can just get access to their units before we do. Alright, Khemri. Everybody hates you, so we're going to ignore you. Spina Sotek dwarves probably won't be alive, so I'm not going to bother with them. And I also doubt that they have access to the units that we want. You know what? I think we'll keep Great Orthodoxy alive. Ruler's prejudice, trespasses. Yeah, whatever. Whatever. Watch him die after we become friendly, but Alright, trade agreement, non-aggression. We won't do defensive alliance. He'll do a defensive alliance later, I'm sure. And you can join war against... We want him to fight other stuff, but he's already fighting everybody near him, isn't he? Is he fighting Molder? Yeah, he is. Alright, that's fine. That's fine. Just do your thing. Don't make me regret this, Castalta. Now, and he is willing to go defensive alliance. And yeah, that's fine. These two will like each other more because we're actually giving them stuff. You know what? Fine, defensive alliance. Like so. Alright, good. We're not going to go military yet. We probably will later on. Robsman clan, I think we're just going to do the same then. Like so.
For victory.
Kislev isn't super big on them, but they should become friendly with each other. Oh, in fact, you know what? If we could get you to fight, let's say... you're fighting Wintertooth, Ecstatic Legions. Doing a little bit of diplomacy, but I do think it should come in handy. I think not Clan Molder, though, because I'm afraid of you just, you know, losing to them. Like so. Alright, and I'm not going to go in alliance with you as yet, even though you do have access to Prague and the various stuff there. Alright, that looks good. There is more... Druzhina Enclave's alive? Again? Oh, frickin' Druzhina. Okay, them I might destroy, though. Boris versus campaign. Or wait, not Boris versus campaign. Vlad campaign. Issues with this particular faction. Ugh. Anyway, that's it. Now, finally. So, skip. Outpost... No, okay, no. Outpost available, we are going to build. Outpost, Erengrad, yes. Lovely. And I believe that's the only one that we needed to build. Unless, wait, that's Vissenland, we don't care about you, and that is now finally it, so let's end the turn. Let's see if we get attacked, but if we don't, it's Todding time. Boris, what do you want, my friend? You want us to join war against the Legion of Chaos? No, but I like how you're thinking. Okay, I like where you're going with this. Farmwort, you're kind of close to Boris, but no, he's got a bigger target in front of him. And Boris always goes big. Alrighty, Luther. Luther Harkin, you. Why do you think we were sailing down here, Luther? We are, yes, go for it. Go for it, buddy. I'm sure this is a good idea. This is going to end well for you. And anybody? Oh, what is this? Oh, they are going to sell, and it's Wulfrik himself. Boris versus Wulfrik, absolute perfection. This is everything I ever wanted. A Razor Standard for you, Karlberg Greatswords. This is also going to be the debut of not only Boris, but the legendary unit of the Karlbergs. And let's see, we got a fairly okay army here. Lots of Berserkers to fight our own Berserk units. We got the Great Maherd of Blood Fjord, a decent amount of monsters as well, plus the monster. That is Wulfrik the Wanderer. Here we go. Probably could have given you better items.
Wise counsel.
Alrighty, here we go. Boris Todbringer's first fight, and I am pretty excited about it. It should be a pretty tough one, as opposed to many of the other fights that we've had lately, for the simple reason that he's not really buffing anything yet. His own buffs are rather non-existent, especially due to his relatively low level. On top of that, we don't have the Imperial Adjutants available that provide any summons for him, so no buffs for the troops via adjutants and no summoned units. On top of that, the enemy army is quite a bit more buff and generally speaking stronger than ours. For example, if we compare the Wulfkin to the enemy Marauder Berserkers, the Berserkers are very much better in every stat by a considerable amount. Not only that, but they are better and they also have Frenzy and the Berserk ability, which will activate once they get into melee. Then we have the Marauder Horsemen, and if we take a look at the Marauder Horsemen, they're actually considerably outstats the Knights of the White Wolf, at least in terms of melee defense, which is kind of interesting. Although granted, they do have less armor, but considering their stats compared to the Knights of Wolves, there's a surprisingly decent disparity. They also have the Rage ability as well, so their melee attack will increase by 10. And their physical resistance by 10, whereas these guys will get, well, actually, they're already showing their Frenzy buff, so, In fact, they will basically outstats them in melee attack and defense, or at least be very close to being on par due to the rage buff. So it's pretty interesting. Basically, most of the enemy units are either on par or better than ours, and certainly they're lured, but we'll see what we can do. And that said, I'm very excited to try out all of these new units. The Teutogen Guard, which look pretty fantastic. You gotta love the dark armor in combination with those white cloaks they have. Then the Sons of Ulrich, or wait, Wulfkin rather, yes. Wulfkin in the background. Those are some nice axes that they're toting around. We also have our little Grom, which is the first time we're using one of these things in this particular campaign. The Karoberg Greatswords, the legendary unit. 4752, pretty good stats, though I'd like to see what they actually look like once they're maxed out in terms of both veterancy as well as do these guys really have, like, legs on one armor? That's kind of on one leg, rather. Armor on one leg, that's kind of interesting. But anyway, as I was saying, what these guys will look like when they're fully maxed out. And then lastly, we have the Knights of the White Wolf. Just got to take a look at all the units. And the Knights of the White Wolf look very similar to the Teutogen Guard, with the exception of obviously having the horses and the wait, do these guys have hammers as well? Yeah, these guys have hammers as well. So yeah, very similar. Alright, which does make sense. Anyway, and that is it. Let's begin the battle. The enemy does move forward with those Marauder Horsemen with throwing axes to try to annoy us, and we send Boris and our heroes out to try to chase after them. The reason for this being that our own horses, moving at 60 speed on the Knights of the White Wolf, are considerably slower than the 99 speed of the Marauder Horsemen. There's no way to actually catch them. So what we're going to do is keep them away from the battle as far as long as we can with our heroes, and in fact it looks like our warrior priest has actually managed to engage with one of them so that they don't damage our non-range units. And looks like these guys have actually moved in and we are going to catch them. And the Amber Wizard is here. Boris has arrived as well. I like his hat plumes there, quite nice. And now we're going to charge these guys with the Karoberg Greatswords and the Teutogen Guard as well. The enemy is going to drop a Manticore down on us, but we should be able to surround and kill those units as well. That said, the Great Maherd of Bloodfjord is heading in for a charge too. And we should definitely be wary of the unit. Going to try to do a little bit of damage to it with our little Grom, though it does appear to miss the occasional shot. They are wavering, but probably, I don't know who is actually wavering here. Alright, the battle is well and truly joined, with the enemy moving its single entities, and, well, I guess you can't count the Maherd as a single entity, but it's big units in. There's trolls coming in to help as well. Over on this side, we have a little bit of a contest between our Knights of the White Wolf and the enemy Marauder Horsemen, so these guys will have a nice bit of a duel over on this flank as well. I can't wait to see how strong the Knights of the White Wolf will be when they're powered up with all of their buffs and veterancy as well. I mean, I guess that goes for basically this entire army. Ooh, looks like some Marauder Berserkers are moving in to help against the Knights of the White Wolf over on this flank, which is going to be a bit of an issue, but hopefully we can send in some Wolfkin to help as well. Otherwise, looks like these Wolfkin are taking quite a bit of damage and have dropped down to about half HP, and we're having a little bit of a tough time on this flank, where the enemy Marauders with great weapons, combined with Trolls and Marauder Horses, and by the looks of it, Spearmen, have been managing to break our Warrior Priest, though hopefully he'll be able to move out of that because the Knights of the White Wolf are helping him out. Let's watch the Wolfkin fight a little bit. At least against Marauders with spears, they should have a pretty distinct advantage between the bleed that they cause and the high damage. But at the end of the day, or at the same time, they have low melee defense, being a damage dealer. And we will have to be careful with them as well. Just like Flagellants, there's a decent risk of them dying. Anyway, it looks like we managed to at least rout the Great Maherd, but I'm sure that it'll come back. Wulfrik is fighting in the middle of our units here, and we're looking somewhat okay. Though we're taking damage and the balance of power isn't really all that different. It's fairly close to even. Huh, what's the... what are these guys? Wait. What are you? Are you just Marauder... No, you're not Marauder Berserkers. What are you? What is this unit? Icehorn Marauders. Marauders, okay. I was just like, why do they have a different color scheme? Alrighty, Karlberg Greatswords fighting Marauders as well. And damn, even the Marauders look pretty huge by comparison. They're not even Chaos Warriors. Gotta love those Chaos steroids. And these guys are always fighting for their right to live. But hey, they've been surviving so far, so it's got to be at least partially working for them. And the Marauders, the Icehorn Marauders, do seem to have a lot of Chaos armor, so they're like nearly Chaos Warriors by the looks of it. Alrighty, getting a little bit of a buff on our army here. A Pan's Impenetrable Pelt to get that damage resistance up, though the missile resistance isn't going to be all that helpful. Over on this side, it looks like the Marauder Hunters with Javelins have actually defeated one of the units of the Knights of the White Wolf, who are going to waver and run away, though we have more Knights coming in to help. Quite dangerous, though, of course, the anti-large unit of the Marauder Hunters is obviously going to deal decent damage. They're still a tier 1 unit, but still great job to them, and they do have the support of the Maherd. Damn. Looks like it's going to be a pretty close battle, folks, which I'm always grateful for. The Wolfkin have moved in to help as well, and we are still fighting in the center. Man, basically 4 minutes of straight-up fighting in the center line. Quite nice. Looks like finally the Knights of the White Wolf have managed to rout both the Marauder Horsemen and the Berserkers over on this side, at least when our own Wolfkin moved in to help in the same manner that the enemy Berserkers did, but we still have plenty of enemies to take care of. Unfortunately, one of our Wolfkin units is pretty much done at this point, down to 7 units, being constantly attacked by this Feral Manticore. Boris is going to try to help out by killing the Manticore together with his Amber Wizard here, as they're going to try to team up. And the Amber Wizard, being a fighty wizard, will actually, well, help out with this. How are we doing over here? We got another unit of Wolfkin holding against the Marauder Hunters and Trolls and whatnot. Little Grom continues to try to take out that Great Maherd, though it has switched targets a few times from Trolls to other units, etc. I fear for these Wolfkin as well, as they're starting to run out of numbers, and I maybe shouldn't have sent them up here, but, you know, and they'll still do a decent amount of damage as they're causing all of these enemies to bleed. Wulfrik is now down to a little bit lower than half HP, but he's been doing pretty good at mincing our infantry, though probably doing much more to our to our Wolfkin than our greatswords and whatnot, as the greatswords and the Teutogan Guard are still holding the center quite well. Generally speaking, we would probably want to be using our Wolfkin to hit the enemy in the back rather than directly, or at least be interspersed with the various heavily armored units, but because of the nature of this battle, that wasn't really an option. And it looks like Boris has met Wulfrik in battle here, getting a little bit of help from the remnants of this unit of Wolfkin, though they are down to 16 units as well. I wonder how many units the Wolfkin need to survive. I think I backed off a few of them a little bit too late, as, let's see, this one... Wait, that's a Teutogan Guard. This unit of Wolfkin's down to 7 units. Will they survive? And I think there's another one that's down. Well, this one's down to 10. Well, if they die, we'll have to rebuild them. They are the most likely or liable to die in this army, after all. Anyway, the duel continues, though it looks like then the enemy main line has buckled, and the Karlberg Greatswords and Teutogan Guard are moving in to help. A few more hits, and Wulfrik should be off the field, and I do believe he is the last of the units that are still fighting. And away he goes on his chariot, and I think he's actually faster. Oh wow, considerably faster than Boris. Is 56 versus 90, damn. What's debuffing your speed so significantly? Oh, it's because you're wounded. Fair enough. Wait, but this guy's wounded as well, so he's at 90 speed. Oh, but he has Foe Seeker to help him run. It's okay, though. We have a little Grom firing on him, and the rest of our army will give chase to those enemies. But damn, look at the HP on all of these units. 15 Wolfkin alive. I wonder if this unit will survive. 15 is less than 10%. The Knights of the White Wolf badly damaged here, and Boris, of course, badly hurt. One more shot from the little Grom, at least, should take care of Wulfrik, if it doesn't miss. Alright, come on, little Grom. Fire. Fire before he goes out of range. There it is. And it looks like it rolls, but it does knock Wulfrik out, and we will not be seeing him again. At least we got some of the revenge for his killing of so many Wolfkin. Look at those HP bars. Definitely going to have to be careful with this. I am also now a little bit considering retooling this army slightly. Perhaps if we're going to want to use Wolfkin like this and just seeing how fragile they are, maybe we will want to get a Lore of Life unit in this army as well. Granted, I still want to keep the Amber Wizard here, mostly because, well, Pan's Impenetrable Pelt is quite good, and so is Vissen's Wild Form, because it gives armor to the armorless, but perhaps healing could be quite valuable as well. On the other hand, because of the ease with which units like the Wolf can die, maybe the armor wouldn't be all that helpful. Or the healing wouldn't be all that helpful, because it heals individual units, or models rather, and individual models. Cool though they may be. And we'll die quite quickly as well. Anyway, that's it for this battle, a Pyrrhic victory, and since Boris has survived, we will have to reward him in some way. Let's see what the damage is, and how many of those Wolfkin units survived. Ooh, what a fight. I am so happy about that one. Damn. Boris certainly had a toughie for his debut, and I am still absolutely shocked how much the Marauder Horsemen are buffed in terms of their melee stats being better than the Knights of the White Wolf. Granted, our Knights are not yet buffed themselves, but still, damn. That's pretty impressive. We did lose the Wolfkin, a bunch of Wolfkin in fact, though of course they're only the tier 1 units, and thus very, very easy to rebuild. We can do that, I think, with Weigel or somebody who's nearby and can build them. Not really a problem. I am curious to see how we did in terms of damage here. Very nice, 17k on our legendary Karlberg Greatswords. Boris got a very respectable 7.2k, both fighting the enemy Manticores as well as Wulfrik himself, but Wulfrik 229 kills and 32k damage, though it's hardly unexpected for him. Okay damage on the little Grom at about 12k, 21k on one of these units of the Knights of the White Wolf, 18k and 15k, so they obviously did very nicely. And oh wow, look at that. The Wolfkin may have died, but at 24k, they did more damage than the Teutogen Guard or the Karlberg Greatsword. In fact, all of them, except for this one, did very well. 17k, 22k, and 24k true glass cannons and damage dealers there. Didn't get a lot of mileage, unfortunately, out of our Amber Wizard, but he wasn't able to cast all that much in terms of damaging spells, and Amber Wizard is hardly one of the more destructive lures. Alright, well, very nice. We're gonna have to heal up.
From Sigmar.
What do you want? Military alliance. Do we care about this? Is there any chance that you could attack the western provinces? I doubt it. Why not? Why not? Go for military alliance. More military allies can't hurt too much. You want us to join war against the Bone Clubbers tribe? I don't see the need for that. And Dare Talk, you want a military alliance as well. You are defensive alliance with all of these guys, so it's unlikely that you can attack our friends. I suppose you could attack the northern provinces if you really... although I doubt it. Alright, why not? We can always cancel the agreement with them if we wanted to. Death, you still want that military alliance with Torgavan, eh? Huh. I wonder why everybody's suddenly trying to get these military alliance blocks going all at the same time. Screw it. Why not? Don't make me regret this, Death. Please don't randomly attack the Wissenlanders and then force us to kill you as well. Alrighty, and there it is. Now. And, Wissenland Confederation is now, but we can't do it. Well, I guess we'll take Averland rather than Wissenland. It's okay. And then we'll take Wissenland in 20 turns. Too bad Wissenland and Averland didn't switch places. I really wanted those Null and Ironsides, but the loss of the buff for 10 Imperial Authority is just too much. So certain independence for now. But last time, hopefully. We'll make sure to prepare to have 13 authority ready for when they come around next time. Anyway, allies begin outpost. Wulfrik the Wanderer defeated for Boris, although it looks like his army will not. I mean, I guess we could heal up here. We also do have global recruitment available, but it'll take 2 turns to replace the Wolfkin here, so I think it'll be faster to just bring him stuff ourselves. Vagabond and whatever. Alright. So I think we'll either sail out to heal. Can you build Wolfkin, incidentally? No, I think we need to be somewhere here. It's okay, we'll have somebody bring them to him. For example, this guy, I'll recall. You can go to Karlberg, build some Wolfkin in 1 turn, and then transfer them over fairly quickly. Especially now that we have the long victory buff. Yeah, so that was Boris's fight without really items. Well, at least not much in the way of items. Or followers, or really much in the way of banners or anything like that. So I will reward him for winning and surviving, by and large. By giving him and his followers items between the episodes, so that the next time he fights he'll be a little stronger. Definitely want those halberdiers and probably great swords in his army as well, just to power up his infantry as much as possible. Though I suppose the leadership bonus for infantry isn't actually going to be all that helpful with regards to the Wolfkin. But anyway, I'm excited to see more of this army, so stay tuned for that, as well as whatever else we get up to, like Nud versus Kolek up here, and which should be happening shortly as well, and then maybe Marathi versus... Ooh, hello. Who's this? We have a Dreadfleet army here, and yes, Marathi versus Marcus, and possibly Marcus also versus all of these Bloodhall Coven enemies. He's got some work ahead of him, so should be some fun battles ahead. Stay tuned for him. Don't forget to leave a like and comment. All glory to the algorithm, and thanks for watching.